Hey everybody, welcome back to the Uncle Yoshi channel. I am trying to put together this video. I'm still a little bit under the weather. I'm still not fully recovered from the you-know-what. But let me try and get something done here so that, everything's still fresh in our minds. I let it like 4 or 5 days pass because I wanted to digest everything, what everybody else was saying. And, for me, I did watch the streaming. And I did watch it live, in real time, not like replay, but I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I fell asleep eventually, but some of you might have thought that I was actually at the show, but I was not. Those videos that I uploaded were from other Band-Maid fans that uploaded their stuff on, other social media like Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And I had a buddy of mine who went and he sent me a video too. And I think, was it JK? He had commented saying he wanted to send me a file, so hopefully you got my information and you're able to send me the video, so I'll put that up down the line, okay? So what I'd like to do is do a recap of the Yokohama Arena show, starting with my buddy who had tickets to the Yokohama Arena. I bought him a pair of tickets, and he was supposed to go with one of his buddies, but he got sick, and his buddy got sick, so the buddy couldn't go. He's like, oh, I have an extra ticket. What should I do? So I had to find someone to go, and maybe upgrade the seats or whatever. So it turned out to be Joe Luna. He was like, yeah, I'll sit with the guy. I don't know if his seats were like nosebleed or whatever, but I think the closer. I'm gonna show you the stage where they sat and everything. So these are some of the pictures before the show. And I think this guy here is Ruben. I don't remember the names of the other guys, but they're very familiar faces. They're all here from all over the world. And this guy is Ruben. I think it's Ruben. And he has a channel that he kind of goes over his Band-Maid thoughts and stuff on a video. And then he does part 2 and part 3 and part 4. So you can check that out. I'll leave a link down to his channel, okay? And then there's one more guy here. I've seen him before in a bunch of videos. I don't know if I met him at Osaka or not, or some, the past shows that I went to, but he's a longtime Band-Maid fan too, I think. And so what I want to show you here is like pre-Okuji, like very, exciting moment. Everybody lining up and look, so many people. Well, it's like max capacity I heard is 18,000, but maybe 13,000, maybe 12. I don't know max. I think that was the kind of like approximate amount of people that were at the show. And I've been passing by there a couple of times when I was in Japan, and here's more. Like, I don't know what this, I think this is like just the information saying you could buy stuff inside the Yokohama Arena. There's a Lawson in there, and you could buy drinks or whatever. And then there's still last minute people who decided to buy and go and buy tickets. This is the line where I think you could just pay cash, maybe credit card. I don't know. I heard somewhere that if you pay cash, you could buy tickets or something like that. So what's great about Band-Maid fans is you have moments like this, right? I was watching Peter's live MNN live stream, and he was trying to talk and interview people, and this is one moment where all these fans got together and took pictures together. And I don't know if that happens at most concerts. And something about Band-Maid fans, I would say, if any band wants to have fans, you want to have fans like this. Like, Band-Maid fans are so generous, so kind, so polite, and the camaraderie level between each other, even though we don't know each other, it's just awesome, right? So that has been like visible, whether it's in the United States or even here. You see that, right? We all just get along so well, which I really like. And then you see the flowers that came in for Band-Maid. You got stuff from nice flowers from Yoshiki, Band-Maid for Glay and Gact, and I don't know who this guy is here, but there's more. There's Miyabi here, and Live Nation Japan, and a whole bunch of other people were sending their appreciation for 10 years anniversary of Band-Maid, right? So now we'll go into what the arena looked like. I'm sure most of you already seen it, but this is Joe and his buddy here, or one of the fans here, getting ready to get in. And once inside, his seats were 19. I thought it was 19th row from the stage. That's what my friend was telling me, but it turned out to be section 19, which is still close to the stage, but it wasn't like where that over here, down here. I thought if they were down here, it would have been awesome, because you would have seen Konami and everybody walk through, the arena going around the lap. So he had section 19, and I don't know exactly what row it was, but here's another view, a little bit better, relatively close, right? And then you see most people have already piled in. Here's another view, and one more view. All right, so I heard that the seats all the way to the top over there were all empty, but some of the seats over here, were taken up at the last moment. So, it wasn't sold out, obviously, right? But still a good amount of people showed up, right? And so now they're like, oh, what are they going to play? Like everybody was like, thinking this time it's going to be a completely different set list. And so right before the show, I was posting up questions on my YouTube community page. Will Band-Maid play Domination first at Yokohama Arena? And I had like a yes or no poll, right? So in the beginning, they said yes, 45%, and no, 55%. And when I saw the beginnings of it, there was a lot more no's, right? Saying, no, they're not going to open up with Domination. They're going to open up with something from Made in Japan or something really old, represent like the first part of their, career and leading up to some of the newer stuff. But after 2 days, everybody said yes. So they've kind of been cheating, maybe, perhaps, because it is 2 days after the fact, right? So they did open up with Domination. And what's great about this is you get this screen in the back, and there's sometimes lyrics that you can sing along with it. And they had these visuals, and the laser lights were really awesome, right? That's one thing about being able to headline in a big place like this. You can do that. And obviously, if they get big enough to tour outside of Japan to the point where they could get thousands of people, then maybe they can do more of this stuff, this visual, along with their playing, right? And here we have additional photos from Instagram and Twitter. This one, everybody was talking about. Obviously, the outfit is new. You got the black going in there now. But her guitar, the Zemitis guitar, has black outside, and then you have the inside here like this. And people were saying, is this a PRS? Because it has the PRS bird inlays, but maybe it's a unique custom pigeon inlay, right? Because she's Kobato, right? So this guitar, we have to find out more what the deal is. Somebody said that it might have been a old one that she had from a long time ago, but it could be a new one that they made recently, and it was specifically for this show. So to be continued what this guitar is supposed to be, and maybe she'll make like another Miku model and see if they sell it, because there's information that came out about Misa's bass guitar, which we'll cover later or on another video. It's going to be coming out April of next year. It was just announced yesterday, right? But we'll get to that, right? And then here's Akane's new outfit, which I'm sure many of you seen the catwalk, right? The catwalk thing. And Kanami was like being a moderator as she did her catwalk strut in the middle of the stage, saying that she is half and half because she's half black and half white, right? So here's Kanami's outfit, more black, right? More black, and it works really well. I liked her last outfit too, but this one really works well, and with the red guitar, the black, and she also has a green guitar too. So both work really well with this black. I really like it. And then we have Misa, and this is the bass, this is the the bass that she used to play, and that's what she used this year in America. But she had new bass guitars that she was using in the show. One of them was like this white and like light blue, like baby blue bass, but not this shape. I think it was a different shape. Maybe it was like a Jazzmaster shape. And we have Psyche's outfit, which I'm sure many of you know. It's like all black, right? And even her flower, and she mentioned her flower was kind of there, but it's a lot darker than it used to be, right? And here's Miku again. You don't get to see the whole thing, but they cut off the flappy part of the shoulders, and it's shorter now. I'm sure Miku is happy about that, right? And so at the end, or towards the end of the show, they had like this confetti thing, right? It turns out to be, they're called streamers. So let me find the picture. Hold on a second. Let me find the picture. It looks like this. I thought it was just confetti that was just floating around, but they were actually like plastic silver tape with the Band-Maid logo on it. Really, really cool that they did this, because the fans could take them and bring it home so that there's no litter, right? So like everybody, I heard people were like, according to Peter, who was doing the live stream afterwards, right? He was saying a lot of people were putting it in like a bag and trying to bring it home, and he got one from Joe, Joseph Luna, who went to the show. He was able to get some too. I don't know if he has any more, but great stuff to have as a memorabilia for those who went to Yokohama. So here are some pictures that were released right around the show, or right after the show. Misa and Psyche are both like complete, like almost complete dark, right? Black, but there's like this satin feel to it. So, pretty cool. And they always been wearing black, so that works. But now the Kanami is mostly black. It gives Band-Maid a tougher image, right? A more heavier look, perhaps. And would the music kind of go and fit along with their image right now? I'm thinking their new album potentially could have heavier songs, but there's already like 2 or 3 new songs that they played, and the heavy one is Shambles. And Shambles, I would think it would be in the new album, but maybe it'll be a single, I don't know. But the new album, I hope there's at least 1 or 2 more of those heavier songs on the new album. But we'll see. Like the other 2, I think it was Brightest Star, and there was another one, Go Your Way, or I forget the name of the title, but anyway, they were not like heavy songs. They were good songs, but not heavy songs. But their new album is coming out summer of 2024. And there's more information about what's happening in 2024 at the end of the show. They did have like maybe like 5 minutes of like video footage saying, this is coming out, that's coming out, right? And we'll just kind of go over some of the additional pictures here, right? They like to be fun and silly, and it really shows in the pictures. And here's more like, individual. Now you see Miku's, her maid outfit. It didn't have that wingspan like they did before. So, and this is the older guitar that she was using. This is her main guitar, basically, right? And we have Psyche with the black outfit. I like this one, really cool. I like the old one too, but this is cool. And her blue flower, it's like you barely see it. Even her red flower was very red back in the day. Now they have a tint of black in it. So I think they're going with this black, darker image, right? And then we have Kanami and Misa. See, everybody's black. I think black is in. And then Akane is the only one who's half and half, right? That's what Kanami was saying when she did her catwalk strut. And at the end of the show, they all did this bonsai kind of thing. They didn't really jump like they did in the last Rock Stars, but they got together and, said goodbye to everybody. And so I'm going to leave this photo up and kind of think about you know, what were some of the highlights of the show. I did take some notes, so let me bring that up. All right, so I got the notes to the side of the screen. You don't see it, but there's so many highlights. It's not one's better than the other, but just to note that there was 33 song set list, and the concert was about 3.5 hours long, of which everybody except Akane did laps around the Yokohama arena. And I'm sure they're not used to that because they play in smaller venues. To go once around the lap, I'm sure it takes some energy. It could be tiring because you're kind of like playing or singing along, and then you have to get over back to the stage in time. So, and it wasn't just they did once, they did multiple times, right? For different songs, they went out to so that the fans in the back could actually be close to the members, which is a very good thing, because the most cases in any live show, if you're sitting in the back, you never get to see the actual performers come all the way to the other side of the arena. It just doesn't happen. So this is a great thing that they did, and a lot of the fans that were in the back or on the sides got to see everybody except Akane very close up, which was really cool. And Akane's like, oh, I have to sit in the back and I have to play the drums, so she doesn't get to go around. But maybe that's why she did the cat strut in the catwalk strut in the beginning, well, in the middle of the show, so that at least she had a chance to go besides the stage, right? Somewhere in the arena. The other highlight was Sai-chan playing piano in front of everybody, and this is a first. I've never seen her do that. I did see a video of her rehearsing or something on YouTube, and there's a clip of her playing Wonderland and singing along with it. But she played piano in front of like the huge arena, and I think she mentioned she was nervous and her hand was trembling, but I didn't notice or feel any kind of anxiety from them. It just looked like they were having so much fun and just living the moment, right? And there was also the acoustic part, which was really cool. And then there's also parts of when Miku did the letter, and I don't have the picture for that. These are some other pictures that came up on either Twitter or Instagram, right? I really like this Konami one here, really cool. And then I think this one was from the Guitar Tech, maybe. And then here we have a picture of them playing together. It's a better close-up picture. Maybe I should use this for the cover of the video. But yeah, when I saw like Miku taking out a little piece of paper with notes on it and saying all these great things about, you know, how this band became, it was her idea about the maid costumes and playing heavy metal or hard rock music. And it came to be this, right? 10 years later, and they would have never imagined playing Yokohama Arena. And it happened. So for her to take the time to thank each and every member during this Okyuji was, I think, something very special. It's maybe not common to see that in most shows, right? But since it was the 10th anniversary date, she wanted to take the time to, you know, thank the members. But I think all in all, they were just all grateful to be living in this moment. You know, there were some emails from Akane and Misa saying, you know, what they preparing before the show and how this is going to be for real. And they were like super excited. I think throughout the whole show, Saiki really took command of the stage, right? Really awesome pictures that I have here. Let me show you that. Actually, I couldn't find it on my computer, so it's probably on my phone. I'll put it up on Instagram, and I'll put a link down below for that. There were some really good pictures of Saiki. But she really took command of this show because it is a huge arena, and I think you needed a huge presence, and that's what Saiki brought to the table here. I think other people noticed it. She really brought it, right? And the other highlight, other than that, was the moment where they started bringing up the footage of Band-Maid from 10 years ago, like the older video footages, and for them to look at what they were back 10 years ago, or maybe 9 years ago, and showing that to the whole crowd was very embarrassing to them. It was like, oh no, don't show that. And so, this is where they go in like a silly mode, like they have their silliness moments. And I recall Saiki was laying on the floor on stage saying, no, don't show that, no. So I'm like, okay, this is where they start becoming kids again, which is really cool to see, because most of us who are older, we just don't do that, right? But they get to do it because they're still younger and they still have their childlike, mannerisms still there, which was really nice. So I think that's about it. I don't want to make it too long, and I know there were another bunch of announcements about new album and new lives for 2024 and the new album and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do another video for that. But overall, I just really enjoyed the whole experience, even though I wasn't there to go back and forth on the chat on Facebook and the live stream. And oh, shout out to Richard Hogan. We were watching the live together, and we were messaging each other like, hey, what's this thing? We don't know. They had like these intro parts of the song that we didn't know what this intro was. And it would lead to a song. I'm like, oh, okay, it's this song. Oh, okay, it's that song, right? So a lot of times we were like puzzled as to what the intro would lead into. No pun intended with the puzzle, right? So I think, yeah, we'll leave it at that. And if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them down below. And for those of you who are subscribers of mine, thank you very much for subscribing. I'm at like 970 now, so I need 30 more to get to 1,000. And most of you who are watching this video are not subscribed, right? I think it said like 90 whatever % of people aren't subscribed. So if you can hit that subscribe button, that'd be great. So that's it, okay? So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.